But there is no question the biggest culprit in all of this is LeBron James. LeBron James is phenomenal as a player. But as LeBron James said in a press conference last night, he's not going to sit up there and harp on what you can't do, because that's not what leaders do.
Lakers fans, I have a question for you guys because this still blows my mind. How many of you guys knew that Russell Westbrook was going to take this shot when he was bringing the ball up the floor? Look at the time and look at the score right here. It's 101 to 102. The Los Angeles Lakers are winning this game. I know that Russ has taken some bad and very questionable shots throughout the course of his career, but man, I was not prepared for this one, and I don't think that the crowd was either. Just listen to this reaction.
Russell pull up. No, Russ, no, he missed it. Taken now by Portland.
I don't think that AD and Brown were necessarily ready for this shot either, because I mean, if you look at them when Russ shoots this, they're kind of like, Russ, what's going on here? When Russ was asked for an explanation of this shot, he said that he was going for a 2-for-1. Regarding this shot, Darvin Ham wished that Russell Westbrook attacked the rim instead of settling for a jump shot. It was a rough shot, but to be fair, it was a rough finish to the game for the Los Angeles Lakers. Before that shot, Braun would settle for a very tough look, even for Braun's standards, and after that shot, Dame would bang yet another step back three. Without a question, this guy has to be one of the most clutch players in the league. If you guys in the comments can name 3 players more clutch than Dame, I'd like to see you do it. If you're about to try to name 3 players, just remember that this is the same guy that hit a sidestep 3 from around the logo to send the team home in the playoffs. Lakers fans, when it comes to your team, I'm actually terrified for you. Let's just say that things are heating up, and they're heating up fast. This video, we have a ton to talk about, but before we go any further, let's get a word from our sponsor. Guys, last week I went 2 for 2 with PrizePicks. Curry was a free square and Maxey came up clutch. Now, of course, I'm not saying that things are always going to be that smooth, but the beauty of PrizePicks is that you can win even when you're wrong. Flex plays offer you insurance on 3 to 5 squares, meaning that if you miss 1 or sometimes 2, you can still be in the money. Just check this out. Let's go ahead and get our lineup going. Give me Sabonis at 0.5 block shots. I'll take Jimmy Butler at 4 assists. Hold on. Bam Adebayo 11.5 rebounds and assists. I have to do this one because Bam could get me 12 rebounds by himself. Next up, we got Christian Wood, 26.5 points plus rebounds. Finally, I'm going to rock out with Caleb Martin at 8.5 points against the struggling Warriors defense. Now, if you really want to test your knowledge, you could go for the big payout with their power play option. Check out my submissions and let me know what you think of them down in the comments below. Now, here's the best part. PrizePicks is matching deposits for up to $100 when you use code COOP. So guys, be sure to download PrizePicks, use code COOP, and take advantage of that offer today. This start to the season for the Los Angeles Lakers is disastrous. The team appears to be bad. AD has already had problematic injury scares. And also, it would appear as if the front office is still clueless. According to ESPN Stats and Info, this is the first time that a LeBron James-led team has been 0-4 since the 2003-2004 season. Guys, Bron was a rookie in 03-04. That's taken us way back. To make matters even worse, apparently only 2 teams in the last 12 years have started 0-4 and made the NBA playoffs. While the play-in tournament makes making the playoffs easier than it's ever been, the tough reality for LA is that, well, the West is deeper than ever, and it would only appear to be getting better. The Lakers' lack of assets and picks has placed them in an incredibly tough spot. For some perspective, let's quote Yossi Goslin. Since 2019, the Lakers have traded 5 first-round picks, including 3 for Davis, 1 for Dennis Schroeder, and 1 for Westbrook. They also gave the Pelicans pick-swapping rights for their 2023 first-round pick, eliminating any possibility of bottoming out for a top pick in this year's draft. So yeah, basically the Lakers have no shot at getting Victor Wembanyama. What's actually pretty horrifying is that if the Lakers continue this horrific pace, which I don't think they will, but if they do, the Pelicans, who just beat the Mavs without Herb Jones, Brandon Ingram, and Zion Williamson, well, at a shot at one of the most unique prospects that the game has ever seen. Anyways, to be shorter, what all of this is alluding to is the fact that the Lakers have to compete. The last thing you want to do is give this team another lottery pick. When you have LeBron James, which, by the way, Dyson Daniels looked great in his debut, we're going to have to discuss some of these rookies really soon because, Banchero and Mathurin, these guys are monsters. The game continues to evolve right in front of our faces. If you ask me, a move is coming for Los Angeles. It's just a matter of when. Thursday, October 27th, the Lakers would lose to a Nuggets team that has been struggling defensively, allowing over 116 points every game up until they played the Lakers. Early in the season, the good news for LA is that though they're losing, their defense has been legit. Through their first 3 games of the season, the Lakers had a 103.4 defensive rating. Even as I make this video, they're top 4 in defensive rating at 104. That's the good news for LA. Though they've been losing, their defense does have massive upside. The bad news is that Russell Westbrook's play was always going to be an easy target to blame for all of this roster's problems. Come on, last season we saw this team lose to a Blazers team that was in the middle of a serious tank. Against the Nuggets, Westbrook wouldn't play and the Lakers would look as bad as ever. Now, this isn't to say that the Westbrook trade isn't to blame for a lot of the roster's problems, because it certainly plays a hand in them. You've got one guy making around $50 million per year and he doesn't fit with your core. Yeah, that's going to be hard to build around. Though the contract is hard to build around, if you let it expire, it can create an abundance of cap space. An expiring contract with picks attached isn't the worst package for a rebuilding team, which is why we see teams like Indy and Utah linked to Russell Westbrook so often. According to Kevin O'Connor, Utah has been linked to the Lakers for months. Apparently, the Lakers offered Westbrook a future first-round pick and second-rounders for Bogdanović and others. Reportedly, the Jazz and Lakers are expected to resume talks later this season with some combination of the players discussed. I like Bogdanović, but this just is not my favorite deal for the Los Angeles Lakers. Yes, they need shooting, but Bogdanović is almost 34 years old. I just prefer that you get somebody younger that does the same things that he does if you're attaching picks. With that in mind, the other players involved are pretty important. The right players being in this package would make it a whole lot more appealing to me. I know that any semblance of NBA caliber shooting would vastly improve the Lakers, but it's just hard for me to get excited about Bogdanović when I'm hearing things like the Lakers are interested in Josh Richardson and Terry Rozier from Shams. To quote Shams, Terry Rozier emerged as a trade target for the Lakers in the offseason, and their interest in him remains high. The Lakers and Hornets held discussions about a possible 3 or 4 team trade during the summer, and hold him in high regard among their possible trade possibilities, but his availability will be entirely predicated on the franchise's direction for the future and its play as the season goes on. Despite LaMelo Ball being sidelined with the grade 2 ankle sprain and Rozier recently suffering his own sprained ankle, the Hornets and coach Steve Clifford apparently want to give this season a shot, which in my opinion wouldn't really be the right move, but of course I'm not running the Hornets. I think that this is a team that needs to be focused on developing its young talent that's on the same timeline as LaMelo, while also looking to acquire assets if possible. Look, maybe I'm biased. Maybe I just want more Dennis Smith Jr. minutes, which he's been great by the way. But hey, maybe, just maybe, a Terry Rozier trade would make sense for both sides. Terry's not a great defender, but the Lakers' current problem isn't defense, they need shooting. And Terry gets up about 8 threes a game, shooting around 40% for his career, and he takes some tough threes. The last couple of seasons, this guy's been averaging around 20 points per game, so I definitely see why the Lakers would be interested. I can't overstate how terribly the Lakers have shot the ball this season. According to ESPN Stats and Info, the Lakers are shooting 33 of 148 on threes this season. That's 22.3%. That is the worst in any 4-game span by any team in a season in NBA history. If you thought that was bad, wait until you hear this. The Lakers have a 97.1 offensive rating this season. Every other team in the NBA has an offensive rating of over 100. This team is on pace to have the 3rd worst offensive rating in the last 20 seasons. Only the 2012 Bobcats and the 2015 Sixers are worse. Guys, the Lakers have had LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Having an offensive rating that low with these two just does not make any sense to me. Laker fans, in the comments below, let me know how you would feel about a Gordon Hayward trade. I don't want to call this a fact because I didn't see the like myself, but pretty much there are a number of people saying that Gordon Hayward liked this tweet about joining the Los Angeles Lakers. Basically, the tweet just says that the best trade for the Lakers to make is sending Gordon Hayward, PJ Washington, and Kelly Oubre to Los Angeles. When healthy, Hayward contributes, but the injury concerns are unfortunately there. In the comments below, let me know what you guys think the move is for the Los Angeles Lakers. At any point, do you just consider pulling a John Wall with Russell Westbrook? Everybody's talking about sending him to the bench, and in my head, I'm kind of here just thinking like, I don't know, man. A mutual agreement to just kind of go our separate ways at this point in time might be best for everybody. And yes, guys, I know the Rockets did Wall very dirty. Clicking the video on the screen right now is a great way to support my channel. I'm GetLikeCoop, bringing you guys the scoop. Until our next upload.